consider we had item and sales table. So in the item and sales table, what we'll do, consider, I just say here, select star from sales. Oh, no records. Select a star from item. Okay, I have a record here. So let us try to insert some record here now. So what we'll do now, insert into sales values. What values? First record is 101, and then I do here, the ID is 8, item ID 8 I want to sell, with quantity 10 and price is 90. Total I don't know what is that, so I just say 0 and I say slash. So one record has been inserted now. If you can see this table, what we are getting? We are getting 0, right? But it should total, no, like 10 into 90, it should become 900. Who will do this job? If I calculate, then what is the use of computer, right? So we'll make a trigger here. Just write here, create trigger T1 before insert on which table? Sales table, right? So whenever anyone try to insert on the sales table, this trigger will call T1. Okay. On sales table, for each row, okay, begin. What do you want to do? I want to do what? I want to calculate my total. So new dot total equal to new dot quantity sold multiply, right, new dot price, semicolon. But we have to give set command here, set. So it will take all the data from our new record, whatever I'm just firing the record here, right? It will take the data from this record and do some manipulation and then insert the record, because I'm just doing before insert, right? And then I say end semicolon slash. So trigger has been created now. What I'll do, I'll try to insert now again here, new insert I'll do, and this time I am saying this is my second cell. I have a 10 quantity, sorry, it is let us say sell this 9, product 9, I mean it is a pounds, and I have a quantity is 10, price is 90, or what is the price of that pounds? It is a 180, right? So let us make it 180 here, 180, enter. So we have inserted the record. Let us check this sales table, what is the output we'll getting. Sales table. So can you look here? It's the 102.9 item ID. I was trying to sell this item ID with 10 quantity with price 180. So total is automatically 1800 is coming in my table. Who has calculated this? Who has done this job? Trigger. Now if I have sold the item this 10, then from my item table the quantity on hand should reduce automatically, right? What will do? So in that case, we have to write this query and we have to extend this query, because same triggers we are trying to do. I mean, if someone is doing sell, then the item, the quantity should be deducted from this table, right? So what we'll do, we'll make this trigger again, or we can say alter trigger. I just write here I'll just alter here, alter trigger T1 before insert, right? Before insert on cells for each row, begin, set, right? So this job will do. Apart from this, what will happen? It is doing total, that's fine. But apart from this, it has to do also that it has to deduct the quantity on hand, right? So we have to do update item, right? Set. What set? Quantity on hand equal to quantity on hand minus new dot quantity sold, right? If I just write this code, the whole records will be deducted by the quantity sold, but I have to do the particular item only, right? So we have to give a where clause here, where item id equal to new dot item id, new dot item id, semicolon. So this trigger will do two jobs. One job will updating the total. Second job updating the quantity on hand. And then I say here end semicolon slash. It is reporting me error now. Uh, what is the problem here? It's saying trigger T1. Create alter trigger T1. I just drop the trigger. Drop trigger T1. Okay. Dropped. Ah, spelling mistake. Say here drop trigger T1. Now I'll try to create this trigger again, and I'll say what create trigger T1 before insert on cells for each row, begin, set the price, update my item table, set quantity on hand equal to quantity on hand minus, can we check the column name, what is that? It is a quantity on hand, correct. So minus this, where item id equal to new dot item id. So I can write here item dot item id equal to new dot item id, one who is matching with the, okay, and then I can say end slash. So trigger has been created. Now let us try to do the cell now. So before inserting the record in the cells, let us select star from item. So I have this much record, and I do select a star from cells. Let us insert a new record in my cells table. Yes. So insert into cells values. Let us I want to sell the third cell, and I want to sell the quantity 14 train, okay, with quantity 15 quantity I want to sell, and yes, the price is, consider it is a 100, enter. So one record has been inserted. Now we'll check our table, item table and sales table. What was the train? It was 59. How much I have sold? I have sold the 15 quantity, right? If you can see the quantity I have sold, it is a 15, and for product 14, so 14 ID is here. It is having quantity on hand 59 currently. Now if I say enter, you can see how much it is now. Earlier it was a 59, now it is a 44. So automatically it has been reduced from my item table, this quantity, since I sold 15 quantity here, right? And now you can see your sales table, how much. So this guy has also calculated here. It has done 15 into 100, that is the 1500 is coming here, and this 15 is also deducted from my quantity on hand, right? So I hope you are understanding this trigger what I have created here, right? So if you can see this in details, what I'm trying to do here, create trigger T1. So I'm creating trigger T1 and then saying before insert on cells for each begin. So this is one job, job number one, that this guy is taking the quantity sold and price and just trying to multiply and finding the total here, right? Second job is here. This is my job number two, that is done by triggers. What this guy is doing, it is taking the quantity sold from new, the record which is coming to the sales table, right? And it is deducting the quantity on hand minus from item table. One who is matching the item ID, not for all. Who we were matching? Item ID is a 14. So for this particular ID, just deduct my quantity on hand, whatever quantity sold is passed here, right? Okay. So you can clearly see this record, what is happening here. For I have sold item 14, so 14 item is here. Earlier it was a 59, now it is a 44 because 15 quantity I have sold with price 100 and I have got total one also. If any error come, so you can just check here, show errors. If you're creating triggers and all, so you can say here show errors, you can check your errors, it will give you the errors. If any warning comes, so show warnings. Okay, so right now there is no warning here. I just do some mistake and tell you how to get it. So let us say I say here create, I just say create procedure, uh, create procedure, right? PP1, and I say begin, select star from item end. So it is saying here query, okay, zero rows effect, right? But item tables, do we have item tables? It has been created now. Now I can say here I just call pp1 and see. So I'm getting error, right? So since the code has been just compiled, it has not checked whether items table is there or not. Just compilation happened in the procedure. And now when I'm calling the procedure and that is saying that items table is not there, right? So I can just also see by this error, I can say here, so errors. So the whole errors are displaying like this, right? Earlier, since there was no error here, so it was displaying empty set. Now it is saying that error 1146 has come last time, and that's the problem, right? Similarly, you can get some warning if some warning comes during creation of procedures and all. So you can just say show warnings. If you say show triggers, if you can see here clearly, show triggers is telling you that you have a trigger created now, and the trigger name is what? It is saying T1, right? And what is the code of that trigger? So it is here. It is for the insert, cell event is an insert. So it could be insert, update, delete. So there's a three kind of triggers we are having for insert, for update, for delete. So on table cells statement begin, and then we are saying set, right, update item. So all we are doing here, and then it is saying database collections and all, everything it is displaying here. So I hope you understood the trigger creation now. And you can see this here. So that's all about the procedure and triggers.